I had identified him since he was on his youth service in Lagos State. And I recollect that we had started working together at about 1991, 92, thereabouts, because my office was then working on the master plan of Dutse. That's the capital of Jigawa State. And here was a young man that I saw very resourceful, in the ministry. So when we were looking for planners who will help in writing the reports, I invited him. So since that time, we had become very close. I want to say that the first thing about Tpl Bola Aliu is that he's very resourceful. Very, very resourceful. He's somebody who you can call at any time and give an assignment, and he will do it. Very brilliant. He's a brilliant person. So it wasn't difficult for me when years after, that's even more than 10 years, and I became a commissioner. It wasn't difficult for me to appoint him as my special.
Tpl Bola Aliu, he has been acclaimed to be an intellectual public servant because even I learned that he's taken into the service himself. It was on merit after his youth service. And if you are very close to Tpl Bola Aliu, you will know that he likes to express himself in a very clear language and straightforward manner, using the appropriate jargons at times to express himself. But one thing is very clear, he's known to be very industrious, very committed, not only to the profession, but even to the service. He's a lawyer, a public servant, and where some of us may see him as pro-establishment, but he is very, very committed, and it is because of that commitment to work and to the service that we think maybe he is a pro-establishment. But he's a man of peace, and he cannot stand, you can't see him where there is controversy, where there is argument. He would rather walk away. Even when he's annoyed, you will not see it in his face. And recently we worked together. He was the chairman of the Summit work group. And while I was to just be a kind of consultant to that group. And the way he related to everybody, I will say that, as human beings, you cannot be perfect. But I used to even joke that he wants to thank you for everything. Even when you are not even working, he will still appreciate you. And that is to show that he's a man that he is very, very gentleman. And when it comes to the profession itself, it's one of our best, particularly in the public service as of today. And I said I've not worked with him directly, but I know that he has mentored so many younger ones. And we are going to also still enjoy him. We are not going to miss him because just like myself, at a stage you have to leave to also join the private practice. So we are expecting him that very soon he will come to the private service. But the way I'm looking at him, we may lose him to academic world, because I know that he's already a doctoral student. So I would not be surprised if he goes to the classroom while he will still be practicing planning. By and large, I want us to learn from his conduct when he has joined the service. He's been very, very friendly, very relationship with everybody is cordial. He has served the institute. Many people will not also remember that he was once the vice chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners in Lagos State. And while he was in the ESCO of the state chapter, he contributed a lot. And even outside that, he has been contributing financially and even to the activities of the institute. So what else can I say but to wish him a very, very peaceful, prosperous retirement as he's going to another level of service to humanity, and to also pray that he will not spend his retirement in pain. He will enjoy it, and he will also be healthy to be able to also work more, because the mantra of Lagos State is that the reward for hard work is more work. And that more work, we also say, we have to explain, more work of excellence, more work of also serving the communities, the citizens of Lagos and Nigeria, and more work of being a professional, especially in this era when the feasibility and credibility of planning and planners we are perceived in a negative way. So he will go out to blaze the trail and make planning acceptable even to the people that we are serving. So I wish Tpl Bola Aliu prosperous retirement, long life, and even more fruitful service to the state. Thank you very much.
I'm Town Planner Obipeyin Adekunle, a fellow of Nigerian Institute of Town Planner. I'm the Deputy Director, and directly I'm next to the retiring Director. Well, Tpl Aliu, as has been ascribed to by everybody, is somebody that is, I've known him even before I joined the service. I've known him in the early 90s. I've known him. Then I do go to offices to visit my friend before I joined service. So I've met with him. And I think he's somebody that is largely recognized as a very intelligent officer, an officer with good instinct for details. His professional expertise can be attested to by all and sundry in the system. He's somebody that pays a lot of attention to details. He is a professional par excellence, and he's somebody that have very good respect for decorum. If you are close to him at any meeting, he's somebody that believes decorum must prevail when you are on an official assignment, and that official assignment must be taken very seriously. I know him as somebody that has a lot of self-contentment, somebody that relies so much on people that work with him. He believes so much in people, and that has exemplified him as a leader. He trained a lot of us to get to the leadership status in the profession. And he's somebody that also assists a lot of people, most especially people at the lower cadre. He gives assistance to a lot of them, and that is done very easily. At every weekend, you see drivers, you see cleaners, attendants visiting him often and often because he's somebody that is very generous to all of them. And he's a very reliable mentor. He's a mentor that will want to train you, will stand by you, and ensure that you get to the peak of the career. In terms of his performance in the department, I think everybody knows he's been the head of the department severally, and he has raised the status of technical services department to where it is today. And as we all know, Tpl Bola Aliu is somebody that the last summit, the maiden, the first technical, the first physical planning summit that we had recently, the success very largely can be attributed to him because he stood and gathered other staff and ensured that the program was very successful. So I think the major credit to the success of the summit, to my mind, will be given to him because he stood very firmly and very consistently to ensure that we have a very successful summit. And I think the summit up till now is still a talk of the whole world. So Tpl Bola Aliu is somebody that if you really ask from the management, people will say we don't want him to go because his resilience, his interpersonal relationship with all our sundry is something that we can attest to. On his retirement and birthday celebration, the best we can wish him is that may Almighty Allah be with him, may Almighty Allah guide him, may Almighty Allah protect him and all his belongings. We pray that he says it. We bring new tidings into the office, into the ministry, and into the profession. Our prayer is that Almighty Allah will raise him higher in the world here, after retirement, and in the year after. We pray that may Almighty Allah accept all his good deed and reward him and his children with all the good in the life here and thereafter. It is our good prayer that we hope to see him in higher pedestals. As he lives in us, the training he has given to us is something that we enjoy very much, and we believe we will all strive hard to ensure that his training will maintain the status that the man left us. We pray that Lord Almighty Allah will be with him and his belonging. Thank you.
My name is Sulaiman Bola Aliu, popularly called Bola Cash, and fondly called Omo Bola Aliu by Tpl Bola Aliu. How do I start? If I should be given a whole year, I can do a full series, volume 1 to 10, about Tpl Bola Aliu. Who is Tpl Bola Aliu to me? I've been one of the very few privileged officers who have worked with him. I once worked with him as a district officer, and I'm also still working with him now at Technical Services Department. Mr. Bola Aliu is he? I would describe him as a firm but fair personality. A lot of people don't know Mr. Bola Aliu. He's very friendly, admirable, and everything. But the truth is, when it comes to work, you must do the work. He's a very firm person. He has no room for you not wanting to do your work as at when due. He's a firm but fair personality. And Tpl Bola Aliu is the last in his generation. Yes, he's the last in his generation that has always been a link between the old and the new generation. His retirement is definitely going to leave a void because his mien, his personality, his carryability, the way he carries himself. Mr. Bola Aliu is never tired. In everything he does, he puts in his best. He's a phenomenon. of many superlatives. That's just the best way to describe him. And one beautiful thing about Tpl Bola Aliu is he reads a lot. No matter the situation you find yourself, he will always have a book to recommend to you to go and read to sort the issue. He's going to tell you, have you read Who Moved My Cheese? He's going to ask you that because be prepared. He's telling you that be prepared. Change is a constant thing. When you read Who Moved My Cheese, you understand what he's trying to drive home there. It will tell you conspiracy of the rich. Why are the riches? Why are they always having establishing banks? It will tell you the need for you to plan for today, be okay by yourself. You need to be financially there's a word he uses almost all the time. You need to be financially stable or something. Yeah. So all the time, as a leader, readers read a lot. Leaders are readers, and readers are leaders. He reads a lot. He always has room for you to, improve on whatever you're doing. He never look down on anybody. Not at all. If he gives you a job, be ready. He will give you the tools for you to go and achieve those assignments he's going to give to you. And when you talk about welfare, I'm yet to see that director that has a parallel record of welfareism in staff. Mr. Aliu will go hungry. He's going to go thirsty for all of his staff to be okay. It is one beautiful thing, and that is why I said he's the last of his generation. Ready would do find. I'm sorry, with all apologies, Ready would do find anybody in having such character and having the minds and having his officers in mind as to how they are faring. In talk of mentorship, you really can count the number of mentees Tpl Bola Aliu has. He's going to mentor you. I'm going to make a reference to the recently concluded summit that we had. When the idea first came up, it just beckoned on me, Bolanle, let us do a concept note about the summit. And we started. When a lot of people never believed in us, one would do the first, second, third, fourth, fifth presentation at the management meeting when people never believed in us. He believed that we could do it. And to the glory of God, and to the beautiful management we have in Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Office of Physical Planning and Office of Urban Development, we're able to achieve, we're able to move the intractable, what seemingly appears unmovable, we're able to do it, we're able to move it. So I can just start talking about Tpl Bola Aliu. He's just a beautiful person in and out. It's someone that we are proud to identify with. We are proud to celebrate. So just keep on going and going and going. All I just have to tell him is that we all love him and we still want him to be with us because he's a repository of knowledge. That's the truth about him. Talk of anything, Oga, this policy, that was done in 19 something. You will go home and bring out those documents for you to learn from. It will tell you, Bola, you will need this, maybe not now. This, you will need this, maybe not now. Recently, he showed me a document that he gave to somebody that the person eventually became a permanent secretary. It was, what are the duties of a permanent secretary? You can imagine somebody having that. So it's a repository of knowledge. It has so many things we need to tap from. So I sincerely wish and pray, I wish God is not, it doesn't go too far away from us because we still have so much well of knowledge to tap from. So it's my sincere prayer and wish for him that as you retire from the civil service, you will not retire into penury. We'll see more of you. We'll see some of us that your mentee. We still want you to be there for us. And I can as well tell you that we still have, we'll make you proud. We'll make you proud. All of those things, the plans and programs you have for us, and you plan with us. We can assure you that with the power of the most Almighty Allah, we'll make you proud. We'll see more of you. You live longer life. Your life will not be cut short. Your radiance will not be cut prematurely. You will live to hit many good things. The good men do lives with them. You are going to reap the fruit of your labor. And I sincerely wish you well. I shall also wish us well. Thank you very much, Oga, and thank you very much. We love you so much.
Orúkọ mi ni Town Planner Fashola Saidat Adiola. Mo mọ Mr. Aliu, Town Planner Bola Oyebola Razak Aliu. mo pàdé wọn nígbà tí mo wọṣẹ́ ní 2005. He was the district officer, Shomolu district then. And mo kàn máa wonder pé, who is this man? Every morning, there is no morning tí Tpl Aliu ò ní wá sí ọ́fíìsì wa because a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọṣẹ́, ọmọ kékeré ni wá. Wọ́n máa wá, wọ́n máa ní, ẹ káàárọ̀, how are you everybody? How was your night? Ṣé dáadáa lẹ jí? I hope you are enjoying yourself. Every morning, he would always come to ask after our well-being. And that was the way I met him. Years after, wọ́n wá gbé wa wá sí Alausa. When we got to Alausa, he was the director TSD when I met him again. But one thing that amazes me about Tpl Aliu was, wọ́n máa always béèrè, kí lorúkọ àbísọ ẹ̀? And he would always refer to you with your orúkọ àbísọ. Regardless of whatever everybody calls you. Orúkọ àbísọ ni Tpl Aliu máa ń pe everybody. So it makes him closer to each person individually. He's such a wonderful man. Onítìjú ni wọ́n. Ọmọlúàbí ni wọ́n. He respects everybody regardless of your age and your position. Wọ́n rí gbogbo èèyàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tí èèyàn lè relate mọ́. He will relate with you as you are. He will accept you for who you are. He is nǹkan tí èèyàn lè pè ní ọmọlúàbí. He's an institution on his own. A very intelligent man. You cannot be with him and not learn one thing or the other. Kò possible. Ẹ lè mọ Mr. Aliu, Tpl Aliu, kẹ́ má learn one thing or the other. Èyí tó wà pabambarì, òun ni summit tá a ṣe gbẹ̀yìn yẹn. The summit was something else. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bínú, Tpl Aliu mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ tẹ́ fi ní bínú. Tọ́rọ̀ bá dùn yín, Tpl Aliu mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò fi ní dùn yín. Tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin èèyàn méjì, wọ́n mọ bó ṣe máa mediate láàrin ẹ̀yin méjì tí kan ò ní feel bad about whatever would have happened. Tpl Aliu, the ministry is missing already an institution because Tpl Aliu is an embodiment of knowledge. He is somebody tó jẹ́ wípé ẹ lè kọjá lára wọn kó má lapa nínú ayé yín. We're going to miss you. Personally, I'm going to miss you because you're a big brother that every day, I just want to have a reason to see you and say one word or the other to you. Thank you very much for everything you have been, for the person you have been, for the human being God has made you. Ẹ wá ń jáde nìyẹn, ẹ ní jáde lékú lọ́wọ́, ẹ ní jáde lé àrùn lọ́wọ́, ẹ ní bá ìdààmú pàdé, ẹ ní rí bìlísì, ẹ ní fọwọ́ gbọ́mọ sí, ẹ ní sí ìyàwó yín kékeré, ẹ̀yin gan ò ní ṣọ́kún rèwerèwe. Ọlọ́run á wá bá wa pẹ̀lú yín. Gbogbo oore iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ní service, ẹ tí ì jẹ́ o, ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ́ ni, ẹ wá ní jẹ́ nínú àárẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you very much for what you have been. Thank you very much for the brother you are. Thank you very much for the father you are. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you, like you always say. Thank you, sir.
Alhaj Tpl Chief Olaniyi Muftau Zubar from Oyo State, Nigeria. I'm a friend to Tpl Bola Aliu Abdulrazak. I've known this man for the past few years, especially when we met at the class of FTP in 1990.
Templana Bola Aliu is an honest man, very reliable, very generous. I never see him hungry. He used to laugh. Although he loved arguments with supportive reasons, ideas, the man is very brave. He's always there when we are talking of profession, when we are talking of international argument or anything related to environment. He is a very nice man indeed. I wish him happy retirement from the active service. And I pray that Almighty Allah should be his guidance in all his endeavors after the retirement. At the same time, I congratulate him on his birthday. Thank you.
My name is Pastor Fifo Adewonyi. I'm a childhood friend of Bola Aliu, Razak Jari Ogbe. We are childhood friends. We grew up together from the secondary school from 1977 to 1982 when we finished secondary school. And we have been together for such a long time, doing things together. He's a very nice person, very kind person, ready to help, very generous. I was the president of 1982 State Alumni Association for 14 years. And Aliu is such a person that was so instrumental to my success, bringing up good ideas and ready to fund the idea. He's a very good person, no doubt. I pray that now that he's retiring, his life after retirement will be better than his active time. God will strengthen him and give him life of peace, joy, wellness, and prosperity. This is the time that he doesn't always have time. Work. Now he's free. We'll have more time to play together and live our whole day together. Happy birthday, my friend. God bless you. It is well with you.
My name is Tamplana Yusuf Olanrewaju, a director with Cable Plus Property Media Group. Templana Bola Aliu is a friend. He's also a professional colleague. He's very hardworking, respectful, and always willing to assist others. I'm therefore using this opportunity to wish him a happy retirement life. Congratulations, sir, on behalf of Cable Plus Property Media Group.
My name is Town Planner Dr. Kola Olaiwola, a fellow of Nigerian Institute of Town Planner. This offers me a wonderful privilege to say a few words on the occasion of my bosom friend's retirement, which coincides with 68th birthday ceremony. His name is Town Planner Omobolanle Oyebola Adisa Rasak Aliu. He is popularly known and referred to by associates and friends as POR. Templana Bola Aliu, as I said earlier, is my good and wonderful friend of long standing. He was my classmate at the Polytechnic Ibadan in the late 80s and early 90s. He was my best man at my wedding. He's a long-standing family friend, therefore a brother and an embodiment of fantastic relationship that we have had to share in the time past. He is an epitome of love and care. In fact, I'm short of appropriate words or adjective to qualify his good deeds towards me and my family members, both home and abroad. Professionally, Bola Aliu is an erudite scholar, an up-to-date civil servant, a very hard-working fellow, diligent, intelligent, purpose-driven, a seasoned town planner, a mentor to many professional colleagues. He is a complete gentleman to the core. He's very accommodating and quite inspirational. He is always willing to help others. Besides, Aliu accepts responsibility willfully and readily at short notices. Above all, Bola is ethically and morally sound, as well as God-fearing in all his dealing. On this occasion of his retirement from the active service of Lagos State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, may I seize this golden opportunity to say a hearty congratulations to my bosom friend and wishing him a happy retirement and prosperous post-retirement period. All of this wrapped in a sound health and God's blessings in abundance. Once again, congratulations, Ore. We love you and always will do. Let me also seize these opportunities to say thank you to Cable Plus Property for the opportunity. Thank you.
I am town planner Ogini Ibitola Oluwatoto. Town planner Aliu Bola Razak Oyebola is a rare gem. I've known him for quite some time, but I got close to him. I was closer when I was posted to TSD. I can say Oga is a very nice person. He's a very considerate man. He will tell us in TSD after departmental meeting. He will talk to us about our plans for retirement. And he will even follow up. He will say, Tola, àwọn nǹkan tí mo bá yín sọ yẹn, ṣé tí ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀. You know, he keeps reminding us, and what I can see is that he's a very sincere person. He's not asking you because he wants to really, know about your private, but he wants to see that everybody is doing well. So Oga is he's a very kind man and very generous. I remember he always talked to us about having a dedicated, amount, savings. He would tell us, ní fọwọ́ kan ìyẹn for retirement ni. He's such a man that he advises us in so many ways. I pray that as he retires, he will not retire into penury, into sickness, into disaster, in the name of Jesus. I'm using this medium to thank him and to say I appreciate him. Thank you.
I'm Town Planner Solidotun Abdulkarim Yusuf. Yes, Town Planner Bola Aliu, Bola Razak Aliu is not just a boss. He is a leader, a mentor, a role model, an inspiration, a brother, and a friend. I've known him for some time now. I actually knew him some 8 years ago. I can remember when I was the president of Lagos Ikoyi Lions Club, and I wanted to be installed as the president, and I was trying to raise funds then. So he was the director of the technical service department then, and I was in regional and master plan department. I approached him without him, we've never had any interaction. But when I approached him and I told him about my investigation, I was so surprised for someone that I've never related with initially, and he gave me his ATM card to go and withdraw money to support my investigation as the president of Lagos Ikoyi Lions Club then. I was so surprised, and it shows he's someone that is kind, someone that has human feelings, that love the less fortunate ones. So since then, we've been close until I started working in his department. It was my HOD in physical planning department and also technical service department. He has been a motivator. He has encouraged me in so many ways. Nobody is perfect. I would say he's not perfect as well. And I do really tell him his flaws, just like a brother. The same way he tells me my flaws as well. And all I do is to improve on that. And I believe he's also improving on his own part as well. He's a thorough professional. He loves his career. He loves his job. He's a committed and a focused person. He's a, I could remember once again that I influenced him to become a member of the Chartered Institute of Transport Administration of Nigeria. We've done so many things together to progress ourselves. He respects me a lot. He's an humble man. He doesn't see himself as a boss. He sees himself as a leader, and I'll give it to him. I wish him the best in all his endeavors. As he's retiring, I know he's just retiring, he's not tired. I see him as someone that will attain the top. I see him as being a commissioner, as getting positions in all areas of town planning and transport planning and management. He's not just a town planner, he's also a transport planner. He's a transport, logistics, and supply chain professional. And I'm very sure he's going to excel in that area as well. I wish him and his family the best. I pray that after his retirement, he will not fall sick. Sickness and death will not be his portion. He will excel in all areas. Almighty Allah wa Ta'ala will guide him right. He will remain active till the end of his time. And I wish him, my best prayer for him is for Almighty Allah wa Ta'ala to grant him the best of this world and the hereafter. When God answered that one, he has accepted all his dua.
I'm Tpl Oluwaseun. I've worked with Tpl Bola for some years, even 3 times been posted to that department. He has proved himself to be a town planner indeed, technically admin, in all realms of our professionalism. He has proved himself guiding us, giving us all excellence things he has received from the profession. To date, he still proved that he's a town planner, telling us the right thing to do at the right time, which has given us a great result that has amounted to our resources in financial realm of the department, ministry, even in outside job that we are doing. I can say categorically well that he has contributed well enough to every individual who has passed through him in the office and in the profession.
Tpl Aliu remains a very committed personality, a very committed professional. He's one of those town planners that work in many departments of planning. I mean, I know he works in development control, he works in technical services, and he works in many other areas. He's a resource in the public sector of practice, very committed, very determined. He's one of the town planners that you can put in a committee to represent the profession in a national or global setting, that we do well. He's very professional, very thorough in his service. And he has a wide range of experience in administration, in managing resources, financial, equipment, people. That's key for anybody who is at the senior management level, where he's retiring. When I was the vice chairman of the chapter, Tpl Bola Aliu was the general secretary of NITP Lagos State chapter. When I became the chairman, he was the vice chairman. So we were able to, we interacted. I worked with him, he worked with me. We were able to solve problems together. So he's also a problem solver. I know after his retirement, the public sector will miss him. To the public sector is a loss. But to us in the private sector practice is a gain. Because I know he won't just retire and just sit at home. So Tpl Bola Aliu, I welcome you to the world of public sector. I wish you well as you retire. Now you have more time. I can reach you anytime. You won't tell me, I've been in a meeting since. There will be meetings in the private sector practice too. So I welcome you. I wish you a good retirement. It is well. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Happy retirement.
Honestly, I know this Oga very well. And he happened to be an humble somebody. Very, very humble to the core. He has pleasing personality. In fact, he maintained cordial relationship among his professional colleagues. Since I came across Tpl Bola Aliu, he has been so wonderful in terms of assisting people, not only when he's as a town planning colleagues, but in other spheres of life. We've engaged in so many things in which I can vouch for him anywhere. Apart from that, he has been in the position of leadership for quite a good number of years in that ministry. And yet, you won't realize that he's the head of all the directors. He humbles himself to the extent that at any point in time, if you want to see him, he's readily available to assist you. If I happen to be in a position of, say, commissioner or the governor of a state, I would have recommended Tpl Bola Aliu to be one of either the special advisors to the governor or the honorable commissioner, because his work speaks volumes. And that is what I can tell you about Tpl Bola Aliu. He has been a wonderful person, and I pray for him that after retirement, he will never know sorrow in his life. And God will continually bless and protect him. So shall it be in Jesus' name. Thank you.
My name is Tamplana Majekudum Abiodun Lukman, a principal partner at Honest Space Consulting Service Limited. I've known Tpl Bola Aliu for almost 2 decades now. He's a father, a leader, and a mentor par excellence. He's a leader that knows when to lead and when to allow other people to lead. A day with him will change your horizon and your vision about life. He joined the Lagos State Service as an outstanding core member through his pet project, because part of his pet project, he was the one that prepared the perimeter alignments that lead to the demarcations and carving out of Lagos State University perimeter survey from the surrounding villages. And ever since his joint service, he has been involved in different kind of projects and play a major role in different committees, either as a secretary of the committee or the chairman of the committee, up to the recent moments on the just concluded Lagos State Physical Planning Summit. He was the chairman and the brain, part of the brain behind the committee that bettered the summit. So as he's retiring, I pray him long life because he's joining the League of the Senior Citizen. I wish him well and I wish him happy retirement. God bless you.
My name is Professor Adedayo Femi Ajayi. I am delighted this day to say one or two things about Town Planner Bola Aliu, a fellow Nigerian Institute of Town Planning. Town Planner Bola Aliu is my brother, my friend, my college mate, and I want to say that he is just a very wonderful person. Humility personified. Bola Aliu, we were together in secondary school. That was Okeho, Igana Grammar School, Okeho, in Kajura local government of Oyo State. We all finished together in the year 1982. So we are the OIGS 82 set. During our secondary school days, Bola Aliu was so gentle, very humble, and very smart, dedicated, and studious. He does not bother. All he wants is academic success, and he relates very well. Bola Aliu was among the very first to gain admission into tertiary institution. He didn't make a mess of it. He made a very judicious use of the period of the admission, and he graduated in flying color, the best in his class, and he became a delight of so many governments. They want him to come and work with them. As if that was not enough, after 32 years of going to places, Bola Aliu joined others to bring all of us together again, and he is a giver. Bola Aliu is a silent giver. He's a philanthropist to the core. He doesn't want anybody to suffer around him. He even used me as a front to support many of our mates. He will send money to me and ask me to do it this way, without mentioning it to anybody. I am happy that I need to mention it today because Bola Aliu did it. Now, Bola Aliu is going on retirement. Well, let me congratulate you and welcome you to the 6th floor, as today marks your birthday also. And your colleagues that are celebrating you here and there, they know what everybody sees in you. You are retiring, but you are refiring, because I could see the vibrancy in you. You still want to continue to serve humanity. And I know God will help you to do that. The Lord will bless your family, your wife, and your children. Everything you have done, you will reap in your lifetime. You will not be sick, you will be happy, you will be healthy, and you will still continue to do good things in life. Let me assure you, that which you are pursuing up to this moment, you will still have it, because everybody is praying for you. We love you, Bola Aliu. Congratulations, happy birthday, happy retirement. We love you.
I am Mrs. Pusari Funmilayo Risikat ní Adékúnlé. Aliu Jariogbe is my classmate. Okeo Ghana Grammar School, Okeo. Aliu is very accommodating, very respectful. He's a nice boy. He always wants for others what he wants for himself. I wish him long life and happy retirement.
My name is Temitope Kayade. I'm with the legal unit of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. And I'd like to say a few words about Town Planner Aliu. So, having been deployed to the ministry a couple of years back, one of the few people that I got close to in the ministry was in the person of Town Planner Bola Aliu. People often refer to him as the most senior director in the ministry, but to me, he was my friend. He was someone that I could go to if I had any issues. He was someone that I could rely on. He often met me on the corridor every morning with a smile, and he would call me, Iyadeni, good morning, how was your day? How are my kids? He made me feel like I was coming to another home. Sooner or later, I found out that he was an avid reader just like me, and I was excited because he would come and tell me to read this book. Oh, read this book. You would love this book. One fond memory that I have of him is one time that he knew I had so many, in quote, TSD files that I had to deal with. And he was like, Iyadini, read this book. I promise you, you'd finish it in 2 days because it's just a few pages, but you would love it. And I'd like to tell you today that I really did love the book. By the way, the book was titled Who Moved My Cheese? And he felt like that book would impact my life. And you were right, it did. I want to say that I'm going to really miss you, and that as I'm happy that, and I'm super excited that you were able to finish well and finish strong this chapter of your life. And as you move into the next chapter of your life, I pray that the good Lord will embody you with longer life in good health, for you to be also, bless the world as you have me. I pray that everything that you continue to lay your hands on will prosper. And I'm not going to say goodbye. I'll only just say see you later.
My dear colleagues, that was few out of many tribute for retiring director Tpl Bola Aliu, a reflection of life well lived and a career marked by excellence. Now, take a moment to ask yourself, what do you want people to say about you when it is your turn? Your legacy is being built every day through your actions, choices, and the impact you have on others. Strive to leave a positive mark, one that inspires respect, admiration, and gratitude. Leave a legacy worth remembering.